Hey everybody, it's Cayley. I'm back with another thrift haul. We are going to dive right in. I've got quite a few items to show you. I'm going to be selling these items on eBay and Poshmark, and I picked them up at thrift stores for about between $4 and $5 each, but I will put a comp up on the screen for about how much I expect to sell them for. We try to aim for a high sell-through rate model. Of course, we do make exceptions to that rule based on style or maybe something that's extremely valuable, but just in general, we do try to focus on a high sell-through rate model, and that's the majority of what I'll be showing you today. So the first item is a women's Lululemon bra. Now this thrift store that I went to typically prices Lululemon up. However, they missed this one, and I felt the quality of this and I could just tell that it was something special. And surprisingly, maybe this is just a new thing, but I didn't realize that Lululemon had this on their bras. I thought it was like I would never be able to find the size tag except the size dot on the inside, so that was cool. I will try to find out the exact style of this, but in general, Lululemon bras do pretty well. I found this dress. Now this is something I'm taking a little bit of a chance on, but the comps are really high on the ones that did sell, and so I thought I would give it a chance. The brand is called Lavish Alice, and this felt very thick and high quality, which is the reason that I decided to look it up. It is an off-the-shoulder dress. Kind of hard to show you. You know what? Maybe I'll put this on a pants hanger. That's a little better, but not by much. So it's an off-the-shoulder dress. It's like a 1/2 to 3/4 length sleeve. I think you could probably tie these or just leave them hanging. There is a cutout in the back. It is a midi length. It's a beautiful like black satiny finish, and it does have like almost like a tulip hem where it kind of wraps and splits. I thought this was really gorgeous. I do think it's going to be pretty hard to photograph. I'm going to see if I can find a way to style it on my mannequin without it falling off because it is off shoulder, but I'm going to give this brand a try. And like I said, it had a decent sell-through rate, but definitely not 100%, at least on eBay. It may do better on Poshmark, but the ones that were selling for quite a bit, and I thought this was a really beautiful style. Next up, I am trying to pick up quite a few sweaters. We're trying to kind of prepare to get out of the spring summer stuff, you know, lightening up on picking up shorts and bright multicolor prints, trying to move into fall with some sweaters and some colder weather items just to get ready for that. So I was happy when I found this. This is like a very slouchy, almost cropped waffle knit dolman sleeve Free People sweater. Little metal bars actually missing, but the tags here and the RN number does line up. I need to look up the style of this. I'm going to do so by looking up the OB number on the inside, which is this number at the bottom here, and figure out the style. But in general, Free People sweaters have always performed really well for me, and I really loved the color of this one. Very fall vibes. This is a brand I've been getting in tops recently, if it is a larger size or if it's super substantial. This one is a size extra large, so that's the reason I got that. This is also long sleeve, so I thought that helped to up the value, but Talbot's tops have been performing really well. Officey stuff, even beachy stuff. This is just a really beautiful white, I guess, I don't know if I would call that Swiss dot. Let me know what you would call it, but it is a raised texture. I'll probably use the keywords like beachy, vacation, or something like that because those are the vibes it's giving me. These don't go for much, but the larger sizes do have a good sell-through rate, and I would expect to sell it for about $25. And I got the exact same top, just in pink. Probably won't list those as a set. I'll probably just do a similar and list them separately. Yes, I got this one for a few different reasons. This is Tea by Tahari. I don't normally get this brand. However, this I thought was a really pretty style, and it was new with tags. So that's the main reason that I got it. This is a midi length black, kind of the same thing, wrap with a little bit of a slit. This one does not have pockets. I almost said it has pockets, but it's just the sides up here. But it does have some really gorgeous like metallic flakes throughout. It is a faux wrap, and I just thought that this was perfect leading into fall for any events going on. And traditionally, this brand does retail for a lot. If for some reason I don't sell this by the end of the year, I'll probably send it into ThredUp because like I said, it is new with tags and it retails for quite a bit. Next up is a brand that I don't find very often, but when I do, I almost always get it. The retail rate is very high, but only certain styles really do good in this brand anymore. It is Mizzen and Main. These are called the Baron Chinos in an athletic fit. Now this particular style does have a really good sell-through rate, and I saw some really good comps on this pair of men's pants. They're also a larger size, which should definitely help to up the value, but they're just an athletic-y, techy feeling pant, and a really nice light gray color. Pretty much anything with that feel to it in the men's department I'm looking up. Men have really steered towards the kind of dressed up look, but athletic-y feel, and they like to get stuff kind of in the middle of that where it's comfortable but looks dressy. So golf pant looking things I'm always looking into. Okay, this next one, and you're going to see a few of these here, are a collection of modern, I don't think any of them are vintage. I think one of them's like 2000s-ish, anime and manga. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry if you're a fan of that. I am doing my best here, but in that realm of anime and different things like that, I found some modern t-shirts in the men's department, and they all seem to be doing pretty well. And whatever the show or comic or whatever had a good following. I made sure to look it up and Google Lens a lot of things, but in general, anime stuff does pretty good for me, even in modern stuff. This is just the brand Uniqlo. It's a men's extra large, and I cannot remember which anime this is, but I'm sure somebody watching can tell me. But this seemed to be doing pretty good and had a following. And even though it is modern, Uniqlo is a pretty good brand that makes pretty quality pieces, and so I decided to get it and quick flip it. All right, I guess I'll just show you the other ones. This is another Uniqlo. This is a size extra small, and this is another one. This is actually Jiu-Jitsu High School, and so all I did was look that up. Same thing with this one. And last one of those shirts before we move on. This is just a canvas, definitely a modern, not very valuable brand. However, again, with the content, I just love picking up graphic tees that flip for 25 bucks and up. I think they are really quick flips. This one is, I think it was Akira. Some other modern t-shirts, like I said, not selling for much, but definitely had a following, and I'll probably list this one for 25. But all of this to say, keep your eye out for anime stuff, because I flipped some, again, even modern t-shirts for pretty good money. Pretty sure the only anime that I've ever watched was Death Note, and that was after picking up a t-shirt and realizing that it sold for so much and that it was so highly rated on IMDb, and I was like, you know what, let me look into that, and it was actually really good. Besides that, I just watched like Sailor Moon as a kid, but I know nothing about those. I don't think that you need to know them, but keep your eye out for anime looking things, and you can just Google Lens it and look it up. Here's another men's piece, one of my favorite things to find. This is Tommy Bahama. This is a men's silk button-up shirt. I talk about these a lot. Definitely gonna price this one up a little bit higher just because of the colors and the prints. That always adds value. This one is just a size medium, but again, I'll still probably price it up just because of the colors. This is another Free People item. This one's actually Intimately by Free People. And I find, I wouldn't say a lot of Free People in my area, but I do find quite a bit of it, and I do get excited to pick it up. I have a hard time leaving Free People behind because I know that it does retail for quite a bit, and so in all of their lines I tend to get it because it does have a good following. This is like a bodycon mesh cutout detail shirt, and I haven't looked up the style like I said, but I will be doing that soon, and hopefully we'll make a good profit off of it. Next up is something I also have a hard time leaving behind, and that's Anthropologie pieces. This is Maeve. This is one of my favorite brands to sell in Anthropologie. I can't remember who, but I actually heard another reseller YouTuber talking about how they don't pick up this brand because it doesn't sell for them, which I thought was funny because this is one of the few brands that I pick up in Anthropologie that sells well for me. So to each their own, right? So get at your own risk, but Maeve does pretty well for me. This is a more substantial piece. It is a maxi length skirt with a side slit. It has a couple different patterns to it, and so I thought that would do well. This is another Talbots piece. One thing I look for in Talbots, this will sound kind of funny, but one thing I look for in Talbots are pieces in Talbots that look like Lily Pulitzer. And I think that this one does. So I try to pick up like the multicolor patterns, the very vacation-y ones. If I didn't see this tag, I might think that it is Lily Pulitzer, but this stuff does really well. This one is a size large, so that should help to sell it. Again, probably 25 to 30 bucks, but good sell-through rate again on the larger size tops and Talbots. And I just love being able to find like something bread and butter that I can find like all the time at thrift stores. And for me, finding Talbots is pretty easy. You just got to know which pieces to pick up and which ones to not. This is something that I get against the comps. This is Ralph Lauren dresses. I like picking up these more ruched looking ones that have the like knee to midi length. This was a nice red color. Now I say I go against the comps because comps are there and they're pretty good, but they're not 100% sell-through rate. But I have not had an issue selling these. These flip pretty quickly for me and for good money. I've sold several of them in the past. Gonna keep selling them and going to keep picking them up. And then I also thought that this red one would be good during like the holidays. Speaking of more red items and Ralph Lauren, this is a Ralph Lauren Active women's jacket. I like picking up a lot of lines of Ralph Lauren. This is a longer length puffer coat. It is reeled down, which means it's got feathers in it. I checked it over for holes and it does look good, but anything substantial in any of the Ralph Lauren lines, with the exception to a few, do really well for me. And I'm always looking for down jackets in this brand and its lines. And puffer coats in general, I'll just be picking up a crazy quantity of during this time of the year as we move into colder weather. This one I picked up for a few different factors. This is just loft, but it is a size large and it is new with tags. Plus I thought it was very on trend. It gives me very like cottagey vibes. We'll probably unbutton this top one like that just to give it a more modern feel, but it's got like the puff sleeves. I thought it was very dainty. So we use the words cottage, cottagecore, peasant, probably dainty as well. But I thought this was very on trend and it was new with tags. Here's another Tommy Bahama piece. I don't tend to stray away from the silk shirts. However, this one did have a particularly good sell-through rate. It is a Tommy Bahama cotton button-up, but it does have some interesting prints to it. It's got these little like cocktail martini glasses, so I thought that this would do good as well. With Tommy Bahama, I always include the words island, vacation, sometimes aloha, sometimes tiki, but words like that to get the right buyer to this. This is another great bread and butter thing that we like to pick up. This is Nike. This is their newer tag, so I am looking for that tag. This is a men's size large hoodie, and men's hoodies in this brand do really good for me. I try to look for the more like swoosh or like very prominent logo ones, and I usually sell them between $30 and $35. This is another men's piece, also one of my favorite brands who sell in the men's department. It's Vineyard Vines. This is a men's size large, and this is called the Classic Fit Tucker shirt. These have a really good sell-through rate, this particular style, and this was a size large, so I'd imagine this is going to go very quickly. This is a women's outerwear piece, and I really just picked it up for the brand and the fact that we're moving into colder weather. It is the North Face size medium. I need to look up the style of this, but this is a nice like neutral colored kind of off-white tan women's North Face jacket. I will go into the tag and I'll be looking up some of these style numbers here, probably the second one down, to see if I can find this exact style, but typically the neutral colored women's North Face stuff does pretty good for me. Not just your like overall black, but like your tans and off-whites and stuff like that, I find perform very well. Here's another men's Nike item, again with the more modern tag. This is a size XXL, which is definitely going to up the value. And these are the like ThermaFit ones, so they've got fleece lining. These should do good during fall and winter, so I keep my eye out for those as well. I don't pick up a lot of Orvis anymore, but I do pick up this Trout Bum line, and this is a women's like waffle zip pullover. So anytime I see Trout Bum in men's or women's, I always get it, and I make sure to do comps with Trout Bum in the search bar. This is a nice, just kind of lightweight pullover. Orvis stuff does retail for a decent amount, but they do have a following, and if you get the right pieces, they can perform well. This is another Anthropologie piece. I really got this one for style. I don't typically get this brand. It's HD in Paris. This is a women's size medium, and it is this really gorgeous, like tiered, oversized tank top. And this pattern that you see is actually raised velvet, and it gives it kind of this metallic feel. I thought that this would probably do good during the holidays as well. This is another Nike piece. This is actually women's, and as you can see, it is the newer tag as well. It is a size small. I used to have this exact hoodie in my size in black, and I absolutely loved it. So when I saw this, I decided to grab it. It is this really pretty, like rosy blush colored pink. So I thought that would do good as well. I find in Nike that the like different colored ones, the ones that maybe the colors you come across that you don't normally come across, tend to do the best in the women's department for Nike. Style I'll be looking for quite a bit during fall and winter, and it is men's Henleys, which is where the buttons go like halfway down like that. This is Lucky Brand. It's called the Lived in Henley, and it's a size extra extra large, which should help to up the value. Got a nice like heathered blue color. Next up is a pair of leggings. These are Sweaty Betty. This is another one of those brands that doesn't have the best sell-through rate, but they're kind of like outdoor voices for me, where every time I do get them, they do sell. These are a size small, and they are like a wide leg kind of yoga pants, which to me was a little bit different than just your regular leggings, and I decided to get it and give it a try. This one I did look up and get specific comps on. This is Athleta, and these are called, I believe, the Salutation 5-pocket leggings or something like that, which do have a really good sell-through rate. These are in a nice green color. And oh, you know what? I think it had something to do with like a stash pocket. But I did look up the exact style name, and this style was performing really good, so I got it. I do love picking up Athleta, especially in the bottoms, but you do want to make sure to do your comps on this specific style. Okay, this is just a band tee. I don't know how modern or how old this is. This is The Cure, and this is their Wish Tour 92. It's just on a Gildan label, but again, I like to pick up band tees even if they're modern, if they are a really popular band, or just not even band, just subject matter and graphic tees in general. I thought this one was really cool. It is a size extra large, so it should do good as well. Talked about this recently, but I almost never pick up American Eagle anymore, especially in denim. It has to have a lot of factors in the women's department. For me, one of those is a larger size. So I got these because they are a size 18, which is considered plus size. And I think somebody told me, it might have been Nikki, told me that they don't sell plus sizes anymore. And if they do, they are very low in stock. So with that in mind, these are going to be becoming pretty popular. This also has the newer label where it doesn't say Outfitters, so I grabbed it. Larger sizes do extremely well for me, and American Eagle, and these I think are called the mom short, curvy mom short. So keep your eye out for a larger size American Eagle. Here is another Anthropologie piece. I got this for pretty cheap. This is Girls from Savoy. This is a size 2. This is a sleeveless dress. Got it because it was really nicely embroidered and very holiday looking. A lot of smocking detail in the back. This Girls of Savoy surprisingly has performed very well for us in the dresses category. This is I won't say a newer, but I've just recently started finding more of it, athletic wear brand for me. It is Alphalete, and it has a pretty decent following. I found 2 hoodies by Alphalete. This is one of them. This one's got a nice dusty purple color. I do believe this is women's, and This one is a size small. Here is another Free People item. I told you I had a hard time passing it up, but this one was new with tag, so I'm definitely not going to pass that up. This retails for $98. I will definitely be looking up the OB number that is here on the tag. But here's Free People if you're not familiar. This is a size extra small, although I do think it could fit a small, and it's this really pretty Hawaiian patterned and themed dress, so it should do pretty good. Hawaiian stuff is performing really well for me right now. And lastly is this Nike sweatshirt. I can't say enough good things about Nike sweatshirts and hoodies, but particularly these modern style women's ones, again with the different colors. This is a size extra small, newer label. This is a fleece hoodie. It's got some cut details here, which gives it a little bit more of an oversized, high-low, flattering look, but these go all day long for me. All right, guys, so that's it for today's thrift haul. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Hope you guys learned a couple new brands or maybe some styles or factors to look for. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if anything was new for you today or if these are any of the brands that you currently sell. If you're not already and you would like to be notified each time I post new content, then make sure to hit the subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.